So I'll put away the rendering tool for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and select one of the windows and go to Edit Type. And I'm going to duplicate this window. And I'm going to just call it, I'll just go to 96 inches. And I'll just put tall on it so we can quickly see it. And then what we want to do is we want to change its height to 8 feet. And we can change its sill height, but I think that the windows that we have there won't automatically update for that. And I'll click Apply for that and OK. And now we have a nice tall window, but it's sticking up too high. So let's just take the sill down to 12 inches. See how that looks? I think that looks pretty good. So let's go now ahead and grab all the rest of the windows. I'm holding down the Control key and selecting them all. Swapping out for the new window, the 96-inch tall, and then changing the sill height to 12 inches. Oops. Okay, so now we're ready to start rendering again. So the last thing we saved was a June rendering, so we can do it again. And we'll just designate it as the tall windows this time. So I'll hit pause so you don't have to wait for it to render. Actually, it might have happened so quickly I won't need to. So I'm going to go ahead then and save this in a second here as a saved project as tall. And this is June. You can tell by the short shadows at 12 p.m. And I'll click OK. And then our last rendering is we're going to change that time again. And we're going to turn it back to February. And I'll click OK. And then I'm going to go ahead and re-render that scene. Now the thing we're going to notice is that the sun is lower in the sky, so the sun can penetrate deeper into the building. So there we get the longer pools of light into the space. And we never change the amount of exposure. We want the exposure to be consistent for each one of the views so that we're comparing apples to apples, so to speak. We're not making any adjustments between the exposure value that our ICs, we're letting it be a natural recording of how the lighting has changed. So I'm going to go ahead and save this to the project. Once again, tall window. And this will be February at 12 p.m. And now we've completed all 4 of our renderings. So next we'll look at putting it on a sheet.